Recent arrest of a Georgia teenager has many asking why the state doesn't have a hate crime law. Police in Gainesville charging a 16-year-old with making threats against an African Methodist Episcopal church, renewing cries for a hate crime law here. Our Why Guy questioned state legislators, asking why this state is one of only a few without such a law.
It's a way to put hate on trial. In most states, a criminal can get extra jail time if an attack is motivated by, for example, their victim's race or religious beliefs. At one time, Georgia had a hate crime law, but no more. Let's explore why we're one of only 4 states without one. In 2004, the U.S. Supreme Court struck down a Georgia law that made it a crime to target anyone because of bias or prejudice. The court ruled the law was too vague. So, the state legislature is trying again. The Anti-Defamation League is among those pushing for a new hate crime law, but believes there are misunderstandings over how it would be applied.
What we cannot do is say that, this bill only applies to African Americans, it only applies to transgenders. That's absolutely not accurate at all.
State lawmakers are considering a new law that would specify acts targeting victims for reasons like race, religion, or sexual orientation. Representative Chuck Efstration is one of the lawmakers behind the proposal and believes crimes that target someone because of who they are particularly heinous. Others believe a hate crime law would be bad policy for Georgia. Representative Josh Bonner says there are already laws forbidding attacks on a person or their property. He agrees with the sentiments expressed by Representative Sherry Gilligan, who believes hate crime laws elevate certain victims over others.
Hate crime laws destroy 50 years of striving for true equality before the law.
State Representative Wes Cantrell tells me punishment for a crime should be the same, whether a criminal is motivated by hate or not. Despite that opposition, the state House okayed the latest attempt to pass hate crime legislation. The state Senate will consider it in January.
And if you have a question for Jerry Carnes, our Why Guy, send it over on Facebook, Twitter, or email.